So, you're feeling powerless in your family? Getting silenced, stepped over, and scolded by their opinions when you voice out your own ones?
Artlist.io.
Even when yours may be right and theirs may be wrong, it infuriates you, doesn't it? Well, we may just be in a situation that Jim is in. Hey son, go to school, listens to everything his parents have to say, with no objections whatsoever. Okay son, I'll go to uni.
Artlist.io.
Job's done.
Teachers and artists call him the obedient child, the 乖乖小弟弟. He listens to instructions and obeys them well. Hey Jimmy, make sure to complete the homework that I've given you today, yeah?
Job's done.
But he just can't seem to say anything on his mind, because he fears that it will enrage his parents and teachers, and that will lead him to deep trouble.
Artlist.io.
He has big dreams of becoming a YouTuber, but he can't seem to start on it because he fears the negative reaction of them shutting and pulling down his dream when they find out.
Absolutely useless!
When things have not been advancing, he starts to blame them and starts resenting them for his mistake.
Music licensing reimagined.
Can you read it? I bet you sort of can.
Artlist.io.
In Asian parenting, we have a Confucian belief called filial piety, where we show love and respect to parents and elders in the family for everything they've done for us. Because 9 times out of 10, they just want the best for you. They may not be having millions in their bank accounts, but they don't want you to be tripping on the branches that they have tripped. And some of them are willing to go to extreme measures to make that happen. Just like in Jimmy's case, forcing him to sign up for all sorts of things. He hated it. But he must follow their words because of filial piety. Initially, Jimmy hated it. He wished that he could just stay at home and live a comfortable life. Every day he was making a scene until one day, his parents burst. But instead of resetting them during their intense moment, Jimmy decided to take a switch in perspective and decided to listen to what was on their minds. It turns out they just want Jimmy to be as good as much things as possible as a kid, because it will help him in the future for polishing his CV for work, being good at something that may land him a full paid scholarship for his college in the future, and it will also be much more difficult in the future due to time constraints such as higher education or getting a job, as well as having less curiosity to learn and less energy to do it as you age older.
Artlist.io.
Once Jimmy realizes this, he started showing his gratitude towards them and started learning new things himself without them forcing him to do it. And this lets him to slowly earn their trust. Try to get them to dig through all the surface level stuff and keep asking why until you get to the real reason for all the actions and suffering they put you through in. It may not feel that good in the moment, but at least it helps with understanding the actions that they're taking. Realize that they just want to help the future you.
Yeah, that's what you always say, bitch.
If you're struggling to find gratitude, just remember that
Music
there will always be someone outside there
reimagined.
who will probably die to get the parents like yours. Because after all, they do have more experience in life than you. Even though the internet exists, they will know much more things that you will not.
Artlist.io.
If you find it difficult to see the good in them, just remember that they provided a roof over your head, fed you food for years, and give you an opportunity to at least grant you basic knowledge to compete in the real world. Keep in mind that the respect has to be a two-way flow for this to work. If not, then you will still end up rage quitting and blaming them. If so, do transfer your anger into something less destructive and more productive, like martial arts or the gym, you know. You could consult with a trusted relative to talk about the situation you may have going on to find a solution to the problem. Well, Jimmy won round 1, but his parents still forced him to pursue the typical college to university with a prestigious job route.
Artlist.io.
But Jimmy had bigger dreams in mind, and he can't seem to convince his parents easily because the filial piety syndrome seems to hit harder here. Just like my depression when my heart got played the second time this year. So, what does he do? Follow their preferred path and still continue to grind his studies while grinding on his YouTube channel on the side. He managed to identify his parents' motive of why they wanted him to pursue such a path for financial security for the family and a good future and a good life for him, and prove it to them that he can secure it after a while when his channel started blowing up and he started to earn decent income from brand deals and YouTube AdSense, as well as selling his own products there. Gradually, his parents started to be more open, and eventually, before he hit uni, he managed to make as much money as someone would from a typical office job, and he enjoys it. His parents let him off the hook, and they don't force him to continue to uni. Jimmy won.
Artlist.io.